Hello, hello. So this is Jana Kale, and I just wanted to get on here because I want to talk about business and I want to talk about time. And I thought, when is the best time to do this? And it was really a long time ago because I've been thinking about it for a while, and I decided I'm tired of waiting for the perfect time, the perfect place. So this is really the best time to talk about the brains and time, your brain and time. So recently I read this book, Whole Brain Living. It's by Jill Bolte Taylor, PhD. And I've been sharing about it with some women that are in my Exceptional Health Master I've put together to help women stressed out and working towards reaching a health goal. How many of us have health goals that we say, one of these days, right? Get that time piece in there. One of these days I'll have time to work on my own health. And then there comes the moment when we wish we had done it yesterday, the day before, a year ago, 10 years ago. Okay. So in this book, she talks about the 4 areas. Now, most people have heard of the left brain, that being the part of your brain that is kind of the study side of things, the student, okay, and then the right side. And so often we hear about it being the creative, and all of that is true. But what she has found is there's actually 4 different parts of the brains, and they are all different and they all have different jobs. Okay. She even calls them characters and gives them names. So, yep, I named my brains, and I'm going to tell you, it has helped me so much be able to just do what she calls a brain huddle, but put together what's going on in my head. Now, in my Exceptional Health Masterclass this week, we're talking about time. And I will say time is one of those things that everybody looks at a little bit differently. Like, some people are constantly saying, I'm running out of time. And others are like, oh my gosh, this day is going by so slowly. A lot of times we say when we're having fun, time flies. Okay. So what I have found is that time is often an excuse. Maybe you have used time as an excuse. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that. Also, I have been in the past the type of person that would be a win then kind of person. Like, when I accomplish this, then I will do this. When you're young, a lot of times it's, when I go to college, then I'll have a life. When I get married, then I'll be happy. When I have kids, I'll have a family. When my kids are gone, then I'll be happy, right? Like, there's always these when things, and we're looking at time as a problem. And the truth of the matter is, time is not the problem, but our brains and how it sees time can be. So I want to go through 4, because we have 4 brains, and how they might look at time a little bit differently. Okay. So our left brain, I call her my boss lady, because she is the boss. She tells me what to do. She is the one that is in charge of organizing and planning and knows what time it is. And I will tell you, I have lived with the boss lady being my number one, and she's the number one brain, and she knows she's the number one brain, keeping me in line and where I want to go. Okay. Then we have our lower brain on the left side, and I named her brain number 2, Sarah. And she is the stressed out part of our brain. Our left side is our fight, flight, and freeze area of our brain. So stress isn't always bad. Okay. Stress can push us to be more productive, get things done. But if we are there all the time, 24/7, we're going to be worn out, overwhelmed, stressed out. Okay. And we're not going to have any energy left. And so this lower brain is kind of like the little girl within. She's like a 2 or 3-year-old. She is the emotional one. She's the one that cries. She's the one that gets upset. She's the one that doesn't understand why you're saying what you're saying. Okay. she is also the one that is constantly looking at the past. Okay. And it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing that we have this left brain, because this left brain is what helps us work, get things accomplished, do. This is our doer side. And it's not a bad thing that our emotional brain is reminding us of things that have happened in the past so that we can prepare and stay safe. All right. But when it can become a problem is when we are not enjoying our life. And we feel like we're constantly on this time struggle of, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough time. Okay. Or we're in this stressed out state that time is running out. Or we're spending our time thinking about the past and not living in the moment and missing out on right here, right now. Okay. So that's 2 of our brains, but we got 2 more. And I think it's very important that we talk about these today, because our life is right here, right now. Okay. And that's what the right brain is all about. So we have brain number 3. That's this bottom part. And it's our emotional brain also, but it's the fun, loving brain. This is who I call my fun Franny. Like, she is just ready to play. I'll be honest with you, I don't let her take control very often. And I am working on letting her have more control. Because here's the thing, when Franny is in control, like, she is living in the moment, she is enjoying this time right here, right now. Now, my daughter, who sees me as this left-sided brain person, which is where I live most of the time, and she sees herself as this right side because that's where she lives. But when I was learning about this, reading the Whole Brain Living book, what I found really interesting is that she would be outside playing with her friends, like on a summer day, let's say 7 or 8 years old, for 8 hours. And it'd be time to call her in to start getting ready for bed. And she's like, but we just started playing. And my left brain is like, you have been out there for 8 hours. I don't know what you've been doing for the last 8 hours if you haven't been playing. Okay. But for her, time was flying by because she was living in every single moment. She wasn't ready for those moments to be gone and done. All right. We could really learn something from there. Now, 8 hours might be a long time to be spending in that right lower fun brain, especially if you're an adult and you have some responsibilities. But for a child, it's the perfect place to be. Okay. And then we have this right upper brain. In this part of our brain right here, this is that spiritual part. That is the part that's living right here, right now, but is in connection with others, is in connection with yourself, and is in connection with God. All right. And I love that we have this other part of our brain that I have been working on in the last year on really growing stronger, because yes, boss lady boss over here, she wants to take over and she wants to tell me what to do 24/7. All right. And then I've got Sarah down here and she's like, oh my gosh, what if we don't get this done? And then I have Franny over here that's like, can we please play? And I'm like, no. And I'm pushing her away. What I have found, okay, is that when we practice spending some time on this right side, and especially on this upper part, which is like when we're in prayer. And I'm going to tell y'all, this summer, I have prayed more this summer than I've probably prayed in the last 50 years. I mean, our world right now is a bit crazy. There is a lot going on, okay? And it is really easy for Sarah down here to get stressed out. And it is really easy for my boss lady to want to tell me exactly what I need to do and what everybody else needs to do and try and control everything. And that doesn't always work out either. And so I just want to invite you to come along with me as we work together on bringing a little bit of balance between our 4 brains and time. Because right here, right now is the perfect time to get things in order so that we can enjoy the moment that we have. Because here's the thing, we can't change yesterday, and we're told not to worry about tomorrow, because the truth of the matter is all that we have is right here, right now, in this moment in time. How can we enjoy this moment? So in September, I'm going to be doing what I call the Fill My Cup Retreat. It's in a Facebook group. I will be putting it down below for you to have a way to connect to it. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking a little bit about the brains. We're going to be talking a lot about the heart. And we're going to be talking about how right here, right now is the best time for us to start filling our cup so that we can flow out with beautiful things and serve others. Because here's the thing, this is the time right now. So I hope everybody has a wonderful, 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 wonderful evening. And I'll be posting below how you can do that. As I was saying earlier, I have a wonderful group of women. The Exceptional Health Masterclass is where we meet, and we'll be starting a new one in October. And if you are interested in reaching a goal that maybe you've been working towards for a long time, let's have a conversation, because I would love to be able to help you reach your goals this fall. Have a wonderful night. Bye.